Imagine walking into a building that automatically adjusts the lighting based on how bright it is outside, regulates the temperature depending on how many people are in the room, and alerts the maintenance team the moment something needs fixing, all without anyone flipping a switch. That's the idea behind an intelligent building. But what exactly is an intelligent building? Surprisingly, this question doesn't have one simple, universally agreed upon answer. Let's unpack why. Over the past 20 years or so, intelligent buildings have gone from a futuristic concept to a real and rapidly expanding field. As technology has advanced and more of these buildings have actually been built, our understanding of what makes a building intelligent has grown and shifted along with it. During this time, researchers, engineers, architects, and technology companies have all proposed their own definitions. The problem is, the building industry and information technology are both moving targets. They keep evolving, so the definition of an intelligent building keeps evolving too. Because intelligent buildings sit at the crossroads of architecture, engineering, computer science, and urban planning, different groups of people naturally emphasize different things. A software engineer might focus on the computer systems running the building, while an architect might care more about how the building performs for the people inside it. What matters more than having one perfect definition is simply making sure that when different people use the term intelligent building, they understand what each other means by it. It's about having clarity in conversation, not uniformity in a dictionary. 3 ways to define an intelligent building. Even without one universal definition, experts have noticed that most definitions tend to fall into one of 3 broad categories. 1. Performance-based definitions. These focus on what the building achieves. How energy efficient is it? How comfortable is it for its occupants? How well does it respond to changing conditions? 2. Services-based definitions. These focus on what the building offers. What facilities and conveniences does it provide to the people using it, such as high-speed connectivity, automated security, or smart elevators? 3. System-based definitions. These focus on what the building is made of, technically speaking. What technologies, sensors, networks, and control systems are installed and integrated within it. European Intelligent Building Group (EIBG) defines an intelligent building as a building created to give its users the most efficient environment. At the same time, the building utilizes and manages resources efficiently and minimizes the life costs of hardware and facilities. Think of an intelligent building like a high-performance sports team. A team doesn't win just because it has great individual players. It wins because the players work together, read each other, and adapt in real time. An intelligent building works the same way. It has 4 pillars, and the magic happens in how they coordinate. The 4 pillars: structure is the body, the bones and skin of the building. Walls, floors, ceilings, windows. Everything physical you can touch. Without a good body, nothing else works well. A poorly insulated wall means the heating system has to work twice as hard. System is the nervous system, the wiring, pipes, sensors, and machines that make the building feel alive. Air conditioning, lighting, elevators, security cameras, smoke detectors. These are the technologies running quietly in the background, so you stay comfortable and safe. Service is the experience, what you actually feel as a person inside the building. Can you find a meeting room easily? Is the Wi-Fi fast? Is the lobby welcoming? Service is the building's way of saying, I'm here to help you. Management is the brain. The team of people and software constantly watching, deciding, and adjusting. They read data from the systems, respond to problems before they get worse, and keep everything running smoothly over time. Why one pillar alone isn't enough? Imagine a building with a stunning structure but no systems. It's just a beautiful shell with no lights or heating. Or great systems but no management. Sensors go unread, faults go unfixed. Or excellent management but poor service. The operations are smooth, but occupants feel ignored. Each pillar needs the others. The optimization loop. The real intelligence. This is the breakthrough idea. The pillars don't just coexist. They actively improve each other in a continuous cycle. Better structure leads to systems work more efficiently. Good insulation means the HVAC doesn't overwork. Smarter systems leads to management gets better data to make decisions. Better management leads to service quality goes up. Rooms pre-cooled before you arrive, faults fixed before you notice them. Better service feedback leads to management learning what occupants actually need and adapting. It's a loop, not a list. The building is always learning and adjusting. That's what makes it intelligent.